Welcome back to our Bible story. Joshua chapter 15, Judah's allotment. I do not own the rights to this music. This then was the lot of the tribe of the children of Judah by their families, even to the border of Edom. The wilderness of Zin southward was the uttermost part of the south coast, and their south border was from the shore of the Salt Sea, from the bay that looked southward. And it went out to the south side to Melech Acrabim, and passed along to Zin, and ascended up on the south side unto Kadesh Barnea, and passed along to Hezron, and went up to Adar, and fetched a compass to Karka. From thence it passed toward Asmon, and went out unto the river of Egypt, and the goings out of that coast were at the sea. This shall be your south coast, and the east border was the Salt Sea, even unto the end of Jordan, and their border in the north quarter was from the bay of the sea at the uttermost part of Jordan. And the border went up to Beth Hagla, and passed along by the north of Bethrabah. And the border went up to the stone of Bohan, the son of Reuben. And the border went up toward Deber, from the valley of Achor, and so northward, looking toward Gilgal. That is before the going up to Adamon, which is on the south side of the river. And the border passed toward the waters of Enshemish, and the goings out thereof were at Enrogel. And the border went up by the valley of the son of Hinnom, unto the south side of the Jebusite. The same is Jerusalem. And the border went up to the top of the mountain that lieth before the valley of Hinnom, westward, which is at the end of the valley of the giants, northward. And the border was drawn from the top of the hill unto the fountain of the water of Nephtoah, and went out to the cities of Mount Ephraim. And the border was drawn to Bela, which is Kirjath Jearim. And the border compassed from Bela westward unto Mount Seir, and passed along unto the side of Mount Jearim, which is Chesalon, on the north side, and went down to Bethshemesh, and passed unto Timnah. And the border went out unto the side of Ekron northward, and the border was drawn to Shikron, and passed along to Mount Bala, and went out unto Jabneel. And the goings out of the border were at the sea. And the west border was to the great sea, and the coast thereof. This is the coast of the children of Judah round about, according to their families. And unto Caleb the son of Jephunneh he gave a part among the children of Judah, according to the commandment of the Lord to Joshua, even the city of Arba, the father of Anak, which city is Hebron. And Caleb drove thence the three sons of Anak, Shishah, and Ahiman, and Talmai, the children of Anak. And he went up thence to the inhabitants of Deber. And the name of Deber before was Kirjath Sepher. And Caleb said, He that smiteth Kirjath Sepher, and taketh it, to him will I give Achsah, my daughter, to wife. And Othniel, the son of Kenaz, the brother of Caleb, took it, and he gave him Achsah, his daughter, to wife. And it came to pass, as she came unto him, that she moved him to ask of her father a field, and she lighted off her donkey. And Caleb said unto her, What wouldest thou? Who answered, Give me a blessing, for thou hast given me a south land. Give me also springs of water. And he gave her the upper springs and the nether springs. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Judah, according to their families. And the uttermost cities of the tribe of the children of Judah toward the coast of Edom, southward, were Kabzeel, and Eder, and Jagur, and Kainah, and Dimmonah, and Adadah, and Kedesh, and Hazar, and Ithnan, Ziph, and Telem, and Belath, and Hazar, and Hadattah, and Kerioth, and Hezron, which is Hazor, Amam, and Shema, Moladah, and Hazar Gadah, and Heshmon, and Beth Pelet, and Hazar Shual, and Beersheba, and Bizjathjah, Bala, and Im, and Azim, and Elotad, and Eltolad, and Chezel, and Hormah, and Ziklag, and Madmenah, and Sensana, and Labaoth, and Shilhim, and Ain, and Rimmon. All the cities are 29 with their villages. And in the valley, Eshtaol, and Zariah, and Ashna, and Zonoah, and Engannim, Tepuah, and Enim, Jarmuth, and Adullam, Soko, and Azekah, and Shararim, and Adathim, and Gederah, and Gederathim, 14 cities with their villages, Zenon, and Hadashah, and Migdal-gad, and Dilian, and Mizpah, and Lochtheel, Lachish, and Bozkath, and Eglon, and Cabon, and Lamam, and Kitlish, and Gederoth, Bethdagon, and Naamah, and Makkedah, 16 cities with their villages, Libnah, and Ether, and Ashan, and Liftah, and Ashnah, and Nezib, and Keilah, and Akzib, and Mareshah, 9 cities with their villages, Ekron with their towns and their villages, from Ekron even unto the sea, all that lay near Ashdod with their villages, Ashdod with their towns and their villages, Gaza with their towns and their villages, unto the river of Egypt, and the great sea, and the border thereof, and in the mountains, Shamir and Latir, Shamir and Jatir, and Soko, and Danah, and Kirjath Sanah, which is Debir, and Anab, and Eshtemoth, and Anim, and Goshen, and Holon, and Gilo, 11 cities with their villages, Arab, and Duma, and Eshion, and Janam, and Beth Tappuah, and Aphekah, and Humta, and Girjath, and Kirjath Arba, which is Hebron, and Zior, 9 cities with their villages, Maon, Carmel, and Ziph, and Juttah, and Jezreel, and Jokdeam, and Zachnoah, Cain, Gibeah, and Timnah, 10 cities with their villages, Halhol, Beth-zur, and Gedor, and Merath, and Bethanath, and Eltikon, 6 cities with their villages, Kirjath Baal, which is Kirjath Jearim, and Rabbah, 2 cities with their villages, in the wilderness, Betharabah, Midim, and Sekah, and Nibshan, and the city of Salt, and Engadai, 6 cities with their villages, As for the Jebusites, the inhabitants of Jerusalem, the children of Judah could not drive them out, but the Jebusites dwell with the children of Judah at Jerusalem unto this day. God bless you, and thank you for joining me today.